Well, Jim, the next name to get into the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame for 2025, again, another name with ties to AEW, Cody Rhodes. 289 votes, 64.4% of the votes from his region.
Well, and to be honest, because Dave's readership and social circle that I mentioned is somewhere, a high percentage are AEW fans or AEW oriented or whatever. And Cody was part of the ground floor of that. So I bet that had more to do with this bunch than Cody being the biggest babyface star in the goddamn world right now. And probably all the people mad that we had Punk too, and these son of bitches ruined it. But with Cody, he's even more of an example of all of these things. He is the biggest wrestling star in the world right now, or one of them, and the lead babyface of the biggest company, and should be in a wrestling Hall of Fame, but he's actually not only active right now, but not even like Punk, didn't even take a long break, is in his first big run and is really in the middle of things. So there is some element of, yes, Cody's a Hall of Famer, but right now he's not even remotely done with his biggest run yet. But at the same time, he deserves it a lot better than some of the people on this list. So if you're going to put active wrestlers in, he would have to be there.
Again, AEW, his role in the start of AEW plays into it. I don't think he really had a Hall of Fame career, naturally a Stardust or anything he had done in WWE up to that point. But coming back, looking at it now, you could argue that the peak of WWE's popularity, it felt like, and the peak of the Bloodline storyline was all tied into the Cody Rhodes chase.
The story to finish.
That,
it all tied in perfectly.
It all tied in perfectly, but, that was all centered on Cody and Roman. And that was, has it felt as hot since Cody got the belt? Not to, I hate to say that because you don't want to say take the belt off him for that reason, but it's never been as hot.
Well, and you got to say reclamation project, or renovation or whatever. Cody did a tremendous job. He left AEW television, which even then had more viewers than it has now, but was often a shit show. And he wasn't even the most popular guy with that crowd, and stepped into the WWE and immediately blossomed and became the fucking draw he's become. So he really renovated himself from the glorified indie promotion to the star in the big company. And then he did it just by walking over.
But again, I'm uncomfortable because he's still active. That makes me uncomfortable.
And also, I can say a lot of good things about CM Punk, but I'm not going to say that he's in the middle of his first big run, because it's not his first. He's closer to the end than he is the beginning. Cody's in the middle of his first big run. And so that's even more premature, but he deserves it under this criteria.
But that's why I actually think Punk is a stronger candidate than Cody, because look at everything Punk did before he went to AEW, which was his comeback. You could argue he may have been a Hall of Famer already at that point.
Yes. If he had not returned to wrestling, still based on what he did, he would certainly qualify again. If all things were equal and all these people had any sense, he wouldn't be bull curried. He would still be in if he hadn't come back.